This one goes, I just look at women and I'm exhausted. I've heard some stuff in my life. This guy's good.
Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. It's me, Amelia, and I wanted to discuss a couple of videos making the rounds in the manosphere. And I know what you're saying. You're like, why are we watching these two losers circle jerk? Well, if you didn't hear, there's a problem with men today. And on this channel, we like to get to the bottom of things. We like to get to the root cause. And furthermore, if we're being honest, this video is resonating with a lot of young men. As of only 2 days, it's received 135,000 views. Now, the video is titled, I Look at Women and I'm Exhausted. We're going to be looking at Jack Morgan reacting to that video. The original video was made by a guy named Marshall Brockway, and we've made videos of Marshall in the past. He's actually gone on YouTube and talked about how he likes to masturbate for 6 hours straight. It's a very strange channel. Nonetheless, let's dive in. Let's try to understand where these two are at, what advice they're giving to young men, and why this message is resonating with so many young men. Roll the tape.
We've covered this dude before, Marshall Brockway. That title, though, is just classic. Blow this guy up. This should be a good time.
I'm working. And all these women that I meet when I deliver and pick up stuff from them, dude, it always goes the same way. With a certain percentage of them, they're bubbly and they're nice, and they try to strike up conversation, but it's not like I'm rude, but I really don't talk to them. I only say what I have to. Like, I'll reply with like a one-word answer, like yeah or good or whatever. I don't ask them anything. Honestly, I only really ask, you know who I ask questions to is like the fat chicks or like the ugly chicks. But if she's like pretty or something, there's just no point, because I just know how much effort it would take to be with a woman like that, you know.
Man, this must be a really challenging life. This guy is a victim. He has all these models like throwing themselves at him. They're probably like throwing their phones literally at him, like, put your number in here, you sexy Chad, you. Here, he's actually going to describe it in more detail in this next clip. Let's listen. Again, we sympathize. We are the party of empathy, right? We have a lot of empathy and sympathy for anyone who's a victim. So let's let him keep going.
All these women that I deliver things to, and they do the what everyone does when they meet somebody for the first time. It's just, how's your day? Is it busy out there? Or oh, thank you so much for doing this. With all this snow around and all this ice, you know, the whole right half of the United States is covered in an iceberg, as you guys know.
Oh, wait a second. Those aren't supermodels throwing themselves at him. Those are normal people having normal conversations. And this guy who can't make eye contact with a camera is the antisocial asshole who doesn't even understand just the basics of basic communication. These chicks aren't trying to sleep with you. It's called common courtesy, you dumbass. Bet like Jack Morgan over here is like dumb sidekick laughing at all his jokes, not adding any value to the conversation, just laughing along. Maybe we spoke too soon. Let's let Jack chime in here.
No.
Well, first of all, women are ordering shit left and right, dude. You got a partner? Oh, there's Amazon at my house every day. Every day. Every day. He probably, I would say 80% of his orders, women. I don't know what he does. Well, he delivers stuff for work, but no, this guy's great. I'm sure he's good. This is going to be a good one.
Okay, yeah, so that was Jack's contribution. A lot of misogyny and then a little bit of fluffing from Morgan.
How much effort it would take to even get her into bed, and how much effort it would take if you were in a relationship with her, and how much you'd have to do. And when I look at women, the only thing that I can think is, man, like, they just look like man, like, you know, when you're looking at something that Like when you're looking at a huge pile of rocks that you're gonna have to shovel into your backyard or something from your front driveway with like wheelbarrows and stuff, and it's gonna take all day.
So, again, first off, this guy needs to get out of his head. These are just common courtesy conversations. These women are asking you to marry them. They want you to deliver their goddamn paper and furniture, asshole. But second, all of these analogies you're making about a relationship demonstrate you don't understand what a healthy relationship is. This is because a healthy relationship requires two emotionally mature people who've done the work on themselves. People who don't need other people to make them happy. People who understand themselves and use that understanding to navigate life successfully, to create amazing passions, and to use all of that to make real actual connections with other people. And those evolve into relationships. A relationship where both people feel safe, respected, heard, and supported, with honest communication, mutual trust, clear boundaries, and the freedom to be themselves without fear of control or judgment. But as an emotionally immature misogynist, all of that is taboo. Now, it is worth noting these guys have ADD, and so Jack Morgan goes all over the place. But again, we want to understand the communication he has to his audience, why it's resonating with young men. And here he's going to talk about how he recently was on Fresh and Fit. Let's take a listen.
I just went on that Fresh and Fit thing, and I asked the question. I'm not like a berate women kind of guy. I'm more the curious dude. But I just kind of asked the question, like, how many of you have really been with a dude, dated a guy, like for real, been with the dude steady in a relationship that drives a Ferrari or a Lamborghini? 0 hands went up. And then I asked the question, what about the 6'3" thing? All of them. We're like, this doesn't. In reality, you just have to try enough. And I get it. Why even bother? Some dudes got all the luck. They don't have to be successful. They just have to be tall enough and good looking enough. It's true. It's unfair. It's not fair.
Okay, so a strange story to tell. What was the message to the audience? He asked the girls if they've ever been with a man with a Ferrari, and they say no. And so what that message is, hey, you don't need to be rich. But then he asked them if they've been with men who are 6'3". So that is the indicator that, hey, you don't need to be rich. You just need to be 6'3". And then the advice he follows that up with is, you just have to try enough. And so when we're applying this to the message that Marshall's sending, right? Marshall's saying he's exhausted. He doesn't even want to try. We can see that Jack Morgan is trying to counter this, but doing a very half-assed job of it. Now, with all that being said, yes, that's the whole point in life, is you got to get out there and try. And a big part of trying is failing, and don't let that failure discourage you, and instead try to learn from those moments. But here, we're going to let Jack take it even further, and here we're going to see him compare the amount of effort that women put in versus men. Take it away, Jack.
Makeup. No hair anywhere to be found besides their head and their eyebrows, and even their eyebrows might not even be real at this point. Lip filler, dude. Custom tits. Lip filler. Makeup. That's a lot of effort, dude. Like, they try. Like, they put in some fucking work. It's a little different, I understand that. But but as a guy, it's like, how much effort can you put in besides just making a lot of money? Like, seriously, how much effort can you really put in? Because it's a little different. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just saying they try very hard. They try real hard. And then you got guys on this end who are like, you're just a pile of rocks to me. Which, honestly, might not be a bad way to look at it. Treat them like shit. They'll want you more. True story. I don't know what that's about. Maybe not in your 30s, but in your 20s for sure. Maybe in your 30s, actually. I don't need you. You think me and you gonna work out? Please. She goes, oh, what? You're not gonna fuck me? Reverse psychology, guys.
Now, I know it sounds like Jack is drunk the way he keeps repeating himself, but I think what happened is this was supposed to make it to the editor and it didn't, and he was just like, fuck it, I'm posting it. But when we look at what his message to his audience actually is in this clip, it's how much effort can a man actually put in? And again, the effort is you putting it in yourself, not for anyone else, but just for yourself. And then again, taking that end result of you being an emotionally mature person, taking that to a healthy relationship where the value the man would add is making the woman feel safe, respected, heard, and supported, applying good communication with mutual trust and clear boundaries. And not only that, but your partner should be doing all of the same things. And if they're not, you should get a different partner who does. Both men and women have the opportunity to be toxic, but there are also a lot of men and women who aren't. And those are the ones that you want in your life. And when Jack goes on to talk about treating women like shit, that is an example of toxic behavior. And so again, what we're seeing is men who don't understand relationships giving out toxic advice that's resonating with a large audience.
And the worst part is it's not like one of those naked people films where hot guy's dropping off the box and she goes, "Oh, thank God you're here." You know, it's not the reality. That's the worst part, dude. But we diagnosed this guy last time, man. He's the kind of dude who just wants to do nothing, which I understand. I'm a dude. Like, I like doing stuff, but, I get where he's coming from. He wants to just chill. And believe it or not, there are plenty of women who want to do nothing. They exist, especially when you get into your 30s. They'll settle. But you just got to be able to afford to buy them shit from Amazon and, pay the bills and at least try a little bit. A little bit. That's the truth. That's the truth. I've been with some women who they don't want to. I don't want to be with the chick either who doesn't try. I've done it. It's not fun. Just laying there on her back, doing no work. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, does that make sense?
And so in that last clip, we really see the value add that Jack brings with his commentary to Morgan's video. He begins with a porn fantasy that then evolves into a confession about being with lazy people and then pivoting very quickly to saying he doesn't want to be with anyone lazy. And then again, the advice he's giving is just do a tiny bit of work and be able to afford Amazon packages. This is the relationship advice young men are getting. And it's no wonder they're not able to navigate any of this shit, let alone find a clitoris. But let's see Marshall land the plane and see where he ends his amazing truck talk.
But I guess I just feel like we've all been acting like women our entire lives, all of us men have been acting like them. They do the whole and you do the same thing. Oh yeah, and then you're talking back and trying to get shit going. And the only thing I can think is again, this is part of this psychological operation where they just all Agent Smithed us. They just all put the hand in the chest and then just copied themselves onto us. And a lot of this was done through our mothers. Our mothers did this to us. But when you start to come out of this, it's actually a mind fuck, man, because you just really you just start to realize that basically everything you ever did was not even masculine or wasn't even what being a man is.
Okay, so we really see him play the victim here, making the claim that women have Agent Smithed men into having common courtesy conversations, and he takes it so far to blame his mother. And while there's plenty of folks out there like Raymond who doesn't know how to love because he had a mother who doesn't love him and doesn't show affection to him, and Raymond, we love you and you should go see a therapist, man. We do believe Marshall does have a mom that loves him. He often talks about how she calls him and will discuss the things she's saying in her phone calls, and it shows concern and empathy and love. And then he finally lands on this idea of masculinity and not understanding what it is. And many people like to associate masculinity with things like strength, assertiveness, confidence, responsibility. When it's at its healthiest, the traits are going to be more along the lines of self-control, integrity, and care for others. Things in line with emotional maturity, the building blocks of a healthy relationship.
Leopards are eating my face.